Well, hello.
All right, people, the world's ending. Let's just go home.
Yes, you can see we've already started the party without you.
Oh, jeez.
Well, hello. And oh man. So
Hang on, I gotta mute my.
Yeah, I got to mute on the other end as well. So welcome everyone. BOSTO favor be unto us all, and hope everyone is doing well. It's Friday and it's card reading day here today, and so I already got a pretty good list, and so I expect that Jennifer and Amber will join us, but if not, we have Steve returning. Steve, good to see you, and Locke as well.
Hi. Hello, everybody.
So, how you been? We've missed you. I know we were talking about Mars in retrograde.
Yep, yeah. I'm in Aries. Mars was in retrograde, and all of those energies were putting me through the ringer with everything going on in my life and what I wanted to do about it, which would have backfired if I did it. So I didn't do it. It was hard. It was really hard, and I still had some problems, but I'm all right now.
I'm so happy that you did not. Seriously, I'm glad you didn't. It's so good. We missed you. We really did. And hey, Jennifer, how are you doing?
Hey.
So good to see you, dear.
Thank you. Hey, everybody.
Yes, everyone is. Folks, I'm looking at everything here and taking names at the same time. So entertain yourselves while I'm trying to keep up with the list. And there's a lot of people here that really. I've already got a pretty good list going, folks. So, Jennifer, how are you?
I'm good. I've been working so hard. Abigail had a procedure, so I've been doing host duties on my own. So she's fine. She's good. But she needed to be on very, very light duties for a week or so. So that's extended a little bit. So juggling, but doing it with style. So I'm okay.
Excellent.
But I have been having to be aware, because I always go to sleep with intent. Otherwise, my dreams can be intense, can get swept off places. So I go to sleep with intent. And I've been so aware of how important it is to balance things out, because I've been going to sleep sometimes the minute my head hits the pillow, sometimes mid-email quickly before. So I've fallen asleep on the couch this week. I've fallen asleep at the table working this week, and also in bed. And I usually go to sleep with such intent. So that's been a lesson to say, Jenny, come on.
Wow.
Balance.
Have y'all experienced, anyone else experiencing interesting energy? Because it's running crazy. It's everywhere.
Yeah.
I
know I have a hard time sleeping, but then again, I work night shifts, so.
It's true. You're actually in your midnight, aren't you?
Yeah, this is the latter part of my day.
Yeah. Well, so good morning or good night. I don't know which one.
Both.
Good evening for me. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, okay, I'm not rightly sure. Anyway, so Amber said that she's running just a little bit late, so it's an odd time. I mean, I'm talking to people. We're 1 inch from another lockdown here where I'm at, and I just don't know if people are going to be able to handle it. I'm hearing some really strange, and this is in like at the local grocery store, the supermarket, and what have you. It's a little tense out there.
Yeah, I've noticed a lot of my single friends in the community, they're like losing their shit. Like, sorry.
Yeah, no, they really are.
Like they are. Like, it's one thing if you have a spouse or somebody in the house, you got somebody to vent to, talk to, but when you're all alone and then you can't go out dating or anything, knowing you're going to be alone now again for another 6 months. Like a lot of them online, like on live Facebook, like losing their, yeah. And then they're blaming all of us who don't want the vaccine. And all of us.
Well, that's the plan, isn't it?
The
It's
entire
starting
state of
already.
New York is in the process of saying no because of Cuomo. So, you know, blaming those who don't want the vaccine. Hey, there's a whole state that's forcing you not to take it, and that's in a nasty inversion of what we believe.
The cognitive dissonance is so strong. It is rife, isn't it? I mean, there's people waiting outside at just my small shop, just a few streets away, you know, just a small necessary needs shop kind of thing. And there's a line of people, and it's icy cold over here now. And I'm standing outside, freezing. I said, "Are you? I'll just wait. I won't take your turn, but I'm going inside where it's warm, without a mask on."
You would think everybody in the world that has an internet connection now knows plenty of things about medical science.
Well,
and
isn't that it?
A strong opinion, you know, that maybe, hey, listen, I got a scientific out that I think will work, where I don't have to close my business or not get laid. But no, everybody just listens to experts, and they're losing their identity because we now live with a government that says that you can't do anything.
Well, I told them I could go and jump on a plane.
Yeah, I mean, 6 months ago, Fauci himself sat there and said that masks aren't necessary.
Yeah,
they don't work. They don't work. It's ridiculous.
And that's because Trump, he jumped it. He jumped ahead of their plan, so that way we would be in as good a shape as we are now by election day, because they wanted this to stretch out, to make him look bad for letting people die, et cetera, have like totalitarian state over the summer and it never goes away kind of thing because of our fears. Instead, we jumped in it as early as we could after the impeachments were taken care of, because you know that's been where we're at. It's like the new year started with almost had World War III. England finally gets Boris in to have a proper Brexit, and Boris, of course, is betraying everybody. But so f him. But
Brexit was never Brexit.
and then last but not least, Trump survives impeachment, and so all of that kind of started 2020 in just a 2-month span. And then we got hit with the virus, and you know the country's been completely demoralized, at least by the left, and the right. That's the spiritual battle, right? Because the people, populists, people like us, various Republicans, we sincerely don't want a forever like this. Most of us are on board with, at the very least, it's blown out of proportion, if not some sort of conspiracy fraud. And then everybody else is looking at you like you're crazy, which is by design, because you're getting people killed. I had a boomer in Walgreens who was 6 feet apart from me, and I wasn't wearing a mask, you know, and he increased his distance to about 12 feet after I told him, oh, I have a medical condition, and if we maintain 6 feet, I don't have to wear a mask as per CDC guidelines.
Yeah. I actually went and got a doctor's note. I'm exempt from wearing a mask at work now. So
yeah. In America, you don't really need the note. Granted, companies can still kind of get away with it, but they like hearing the excuse. If you tell them, if you just say it, at the very least, they might. Few places do that.
Okay.
Anyways,
conversation.
Sorry.
We do not, endorse either right or the left. What we endorse is
balance.
Give peace a chance. There we go. Balance. I love that. Hey, Amber, how are you doing?
I'm all right. I've been better, but I'm okay.
Well, what's up with you?
Oh, just been, I get waves of, because I lost my dog. And so yesterday it was really hard because I had dreams and, and then I woke up and I thought my current dog was Louie, and then I realized it wasn't. And I was just like, oh man.
That happens.
Yeah. So, but other than that, I'm pretty good, getting ready for the holidays, putting up decorations early because, like you guys are talking about 2020, blah. So I'm like, I want sparkles and lights and I want to see pretty things.
I was, we're putting up lights because, the way I look at it, No matter in the deepest, darkest of gloom, then light will shine, and I shall bloom. I shall dance ever forth, and I shall never stop. This too shall pass, as the tour guide said.
Wow.
Right.
Okay,
It's very true. It will pass.
Yes, it will pass. And we just got to remember, we got to keep our stuff together and support one another. And listen, I know my stepdaughter, she's single, and oh man, I tell you, I got the best end of the deal. She keeps saying, she said, you grew up in the late 60s and 70s. The Woodstock would have never worked in a pandemic situation. That's all I got to say.
But did you know that there was a pandemic during the Woodstock?
Yes, there was a flu outbreak. Yes,
It was called the Hong Kong flu. China.
Wow.
Okay. So
Anyhow.
anyway, let's get into this. We don't want to add a different type of vibe in here. I know I saw someone say, I'll take it since it's my channel. I apologize for that. If I've offended anyone, I think everyone has a right to express themselves. And let's just all remember, we all have our own points of view, and it's all groovy in the end.
Infusing high vibes into the room.
Yes. So there we go. It's 2020. Weird year. I wonder what 1919 was like.
Wow.
Oh yeah, there was a world war then.
Oh yeah, there was another epidemic, wasn't it?
And there was another epidemic.
Right.
Yeah. That one.
There was that pesky chemical warfare, which made the epidemic legitimate.
Oh, our species, aren't we just a remarkable group?
We just never learn. We never learn.
Yes. So Nina, we're going to do 1, 2. And so coming out of the chute, Amber, we're going to do you. You'll have Perry. Jen, you'll have Big Al. And then Nina, you will have Candy Jim. And Steve, you will have Gaia. Isn't that really organized?
Yes. Awesome. If I'll remember that name come the time, but
Oh,
anyway.
I got the list. This is the list you want to be on.
Yeah, make sure you guys get on the list. Yes.
Because Santa's checking it twice, seeing who's naughty.
I was just singing that.
See, I picked up on it.
You need the beard,
That's
though.
all I gotta say, man.
I was just singing that.
That's all I gotta say. The vibes are here. All right, Nina, go take it away.
All right. So even if you don't get on that list, no worries. You can still get a message, okay? And today, everybody's getting a bonus card. Yay! So there's going to be 4 cards in the pile that you're going to pick today. So sit back, meditate on the cards, 1, 2, or 3, while you're thinking of a question, okay? And I'm going to be using a different deck today. So I got like 5 different decks here, new ones. So I'm going to be trying them out here on the show. So I haven't worked with this deck yet, but I have opened it and I have cleansed every card and shuffled many times. So we're ready to go. And this is the deck. It's by John Holland. Spirit Messages. So it's kind of like a daily oracle card kind of thing. So it has quite a bit of message like on the card itself. And then you also have the book. So, but I think I'll just read the card because I think that'll be enough information on there that you'll get the gist of what the message is. Of course, if you want a private reading and get more in depth in the cards, go and check out our links are down in the description there. I suggest.
And all donations are well deserved. So, always remember, this is the time you sow a seed, you'll never have a need. All right, I'll step out.
And make sure you like the video, share it out, all that good stuff. So I'm assuming that you guys have had a chance now then to get your number. If you do, comment the number so everybody can see it. It kind of gives us a sort of a gist of who's picking what here. So I'm ready to go. I already picked the cards. So I'm going to start with number 1. So if you picked number 1 and you have a question, they're saying no need to worry. And I think that pretty much after what we just discussed here, I think that's a good card to start on right there. There's no need to worry, okay? And this one I think came up last week as well. Not to relinquish your powers. Okay. The crystal angel is rubelite, passion and purpose. Your enthusiasm gives you energy and motivation to work on a meaningful project that is dear to your heart. So I don't know if you already started something, or maybe even thinking about starting something that you have a passion for, something that you actually enjoy. This might be a good time maybe to pick that up or keep going if you have already started. They're suggesting, to do something that you really enjoy, especially at this time when everybody's kind of stressed out and not knowing what to do. It's probably a good idea to try and pick up something to do to keep your mind busy, but at the same time, you want it to be something that you're passionate about, something that you enjoy doing. Then for the bonus card, we got caregiver. It says here, we are with you, and spirit has its own way of recognizing the care and love you provide to others, especially at the end of their lives. Well, this is like for me. Just as you receive care and love at the start of your life, caregivers often focus all their attention on their loved ones and often neglect their own concerns and well-being in the process. So I don't know if this resonates for you, number one. This is probably more for a certain person probably, but yeah, very important to make sure that you take care of yourself as well. I mean, this could be, a caregiver, or it could be a teacher, it could be a parent, whatever it is. Make sure that you also take care of yourself, okay? I think it's the overall message there as a general message. And it's important also to find your passion and your purpose, find something to do that you enjoy. Don't relinquish your power, okay? However that suits in there for you. And whatever it is that your question is, no need to worry, okay? So I hope that resonates for you, number one. If it does, leave us some feedback down below there. So number two, and it seems to be a lot of the same cards are coming up here. So clearly we're not getting the message. They have to keep reminding us, I guess. So for number two, if you pick number two, they're saying to listen to your intuition. Okay, I believe this came up again last week. So make sure, that you're listening to your intuition. You probably already know the answer to the question, right? And it's also important to set your intention before you do anything, okay? Then the crystal angel is Canaanites. Make time for self-care. So here's the same thing again. Taking care of yourself is essential right now, okay? So just like number ones, taking care of yourself, whatever that means to you, even if it's just 5 minutes in the bathroom for a meditation or a nice long hot bath, a long walk, whatever it is that you can do to give yourself some self-care, okay? I don't know if we can go out for manis and pedis anymore, but if you can, do that. And the bonus card here is nature. This is a time to absorb the healing properties of nature. So that might go with the self-care, nature, walks, whatever, hikes, has to offer. Your mind, body, and soul needs nourishment, energy, revitalization, and strength. Nature has much to offer. So take this time to connect and spend some quality time outdoors. So that kind of answered the third card there with self-care. So you might want to incorporate nature with your self-care, okay? So wherever that looks for you, but whatever it is that you're doing, make sure you're setting the intention first, okay? So that the intention is clear, and then use your intuition because you know the answer. All right, number two, so I hope that resonates for you. If it does, leave us some feedback down below there.
And by the way, I showed off a piece of my kyanite because I use that kyanite on my altar. For my
do you?
Yep.
Did you actually pick number two as well?
I never participate in these because I'm on this side of the situation. So
you should.
I'm usually just focusing in on where I'm going.
Yeah.
I had two and it was spot on.
Was it? Nice.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
All right. Not to let the number threes wait here. So if you pick number 3, they're saying don't stop. Whatever it is that you're doing, okay, don't stop. You're going the right way. And again, trust your intuition. Okay, these cards keep coming up for this group. So clearly a lot of people are having some doubts, maybe, questioning that first little thought that comes in. That's your intuition telling you, okay? The crystal angel for 3 is aquamarine, divine life purpose. So that kind of goes with the other one here too. Trust the signs of your inner guidance, which are leading you to fulfillment. So using your intuition, you know where to go, what you should be doing, okay? So trust that. Listen, okay? And don't stop. And the bonus card is synchronicity, okay? So, I mean, are you noticing the signs of synchronicity that the spirit world has been sending to you at this time? People and situations in your life are not just appearing by coincidence. In reality, they're being guided to you from the spirit world to help you for a specific reason. Okay, so if you've been looking for a sign, if the signs that you've been seeing aren't enough, this one should be right there, okay? Don't stop. Trust your intuition and, do something that you like, your divine purpose. Yeah, and go with your inner guidance, which is your intuition. So.
And that's what I have on my desk is aquamarine.
Do you?
Yep. And number 3 was my number. So there you go.
Well, there you go. So that might, this might be a very strong message for you then.
No.
Yeah. What was that now? Divine purpose. There you go. Yeah. Trust the signs and your inner guidance, which is leading you to fulfillment. Okay. So trust your intuition. Trust, so just trust what you're doing because you're going the right way.
Nothing missing, nothing broken is what I say.
There you go.
Full restoration.
Yeah.
Nina, love it. Thanks, dear. Far out stuff. I love it. Miss Amber, you're looking especially good today. Quite beautiful.
Thank you.
All you ladies are. To me, I feel like, I don't know about you, Steve, but I kind of feel like, I'm sitting amongst royalty here,
Yeah, it's good.
Well, yeah, that's because you are.
That's who you are, yeah.
I'm wise enough to recognize it. That's all I have to say. But it's so good to see you, Amber, and I'm sorry for the loss of your pet. Listen, they get close.
Yeah, it takes time to heal from loss. And I noticed somebody had just lost their parent too. So I think it was Kelly. I was trying to go back to see who it was, but I just wanted to send out some healing love to you. And I'm sorry you lost your parent. So couldn't even imagine.
Yeah. And I tell you, we have requests, and I'm glad you brought this up, Amber. There is a person here who is really, so I just want to get this. This is Jargo, which is Karen. Her mother-in-law, Joan, has just been diagnosed with lymphomic cancer. And so we just want to send out healing to her, and I'm going to we'll bring her up on Monday as well. So anyway, we are a group here. We are a tribe, and we know there's a lot who are struggling out there. So we send you healing.
Yeah, definitely. And before I forget, I promised Psycho Skywatcher that I'd have you put him on the list. So if you can
actually, I have him on the list. So
sweet.
Yeah, sweet. He's right down there. In fact, you'll actually be doing his reading. So
cool.
So
I'm a little cloudy today, so I wrote down a little bit of notes. So I have Perry.
Yes.
And I was just curious, Perry, if you picked a number from the 1, 2, or 3s, because number 2 would have been pretty spot on to what your reading is here. So if you picked number 2, then then there's a message definitely there for you. Well, obviously there is anyways, but so we have the Six of Pentacles reversed and the Queen of Cups reversed, and we also have Triumph of Lies. So it looks like you do need to do some self-care. You're working a lot, especially during the holidays. I know that you're a trucker and you're super busy. So, you know, whatever you can do when you're so busy, that will provide you some self-care. Maybe put some headphones in, put some very, very relaxing meditation music on. You know, something simple as give yourself a hand massage, or, you know, if you're stiff, do some kind of seated yoga in the truck, because I know you're always driving, but you're not always driving. Sometimes you're in the passenger. So, you know, whatever you can do that'll somewhat stimulate your body and get your body flowing. You may be a little stressed out. Six of Cups or Six of Pentacles can be debt. So you may be a little stressed out. Maybe it's the holidays or something. Maybe you're paying all the bills, and so you're finding yourself kind of falling behind in that way. Queen of Cups is emotional and insecurity. So Triumph of Lies goes very well with that, because Queen of the insecurity part can be because you're putting on a mask to make everybody else happy. So you're kind of losing touch with your true self, which can make you feel a little insecure. Or maybe you're insecure and that's why you're putting on the mask. Regardless, you don't need to be, you may have somebody that's relying on you financially. Just know that, so I picked, and this is brothers too. So we are all sisters and brothers and reflect the divinity in one another. So just keep in mind that, you know, you may be the one that's keeping the ship afloat, and just know that that's, you know, obviously that's a good thing, and find your power within that, because you're obviously a caregiver, and so give yourself some more self-care. And like I said, maybe do a little yoga and stuff. I bet you somewhere on YouTube you can find yoga for truckers, you know.
I never thought about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, just do something that'll help you, you know, pamper yourself a little bit in your busy schedule.
Well, you know, his co-pilot is Big Al, and Jennifer, you have Big Al. So you two just give each other a high five, you know. I'm trying to think, are they going to make y'all wear masks? I mean, isn't this getting ridiculous? I'm just thinking out loud. All right.
So ridiculous.
It is
Frustrating.
It's nuts. Well, Miss Jennifer, it's your turn. You're up.
I'm up. Very cool. So you said the Six of Cups, Amber, and the Six of Cups is what came up for Big Al. I know you were mistaken, but you said that, and then you said the Six of Pentacles, I think. So the Six of Cups is the card that comes up for you, Big Al. There's something happening with you guys, with the knowings that you're getting and the leveling up and the inner standing that you're having from an emotional level of just how keys are turning and things are dropping into place, and the discussions that you guys have it's getting deeper and deeper, and it's actually a very powerful thing, and you seem to be reverberating off each other, which is lifting you guys into an even higher inner standing of how things are folding in together and how things are connected, and just you're having just a real time of that. But with the Six of Cups, there's things that you're thinking about that link to your past, to your emotional past in particular, that all of a sudden you're getting a greater understanding of as well, because of the leveling up that you're doing right now. So you really are time traveling in your waters, in your inner waters, to understand things that have gone on in the past. So you might be finding that you're processing those things a lot this week coming up, and that you are nostalgic a lot, but that you can see beauty in the past, even more painful times in the past and more blissful times in the past. You just have a greater understanding of the people that were involved in the events that you're thinking of. And it's just a beautiful thing to carry on as you are going, but to know that you guys have a real high calling, and it seems like you're following it, and you're learning so much from a emotionally driven place, in that you've got pure waters, you've got lovely waters you want to understand, and people around you are responding to that as well. So carry on.
Harry was asleep, by the way, Amber, but so he drives, they drive. And it's so interesting while you were saying that, Jennifer. I bet Al and Perry have some interesting conversations.
Oh, when I see this card, I would love to just have a live feed to a
Y'all should
channel or
record
something.
Yeah.
To just
by the
hear what they
way,
talk.
the Andromeda 7 channel tonight, 9 p.m. And then Amber, you're on the Soul Tribe on is Saturday nights?
Mm-hmm. Yep. I was asked to stay the full hour on Saturdays, so I'll be a regular unless something
love
happens
you
and
over there.
I'm busy.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's fun. I love it.
Well, y'all should be on more. We'll promote you all the time. Jennifer, I catch you. And Nina, you have Wednesday Hump Day. And Steve, you have your programs. And, I do get, sometimes, I got to tell you, I get alerts, and then sometimes I have to go back and re-alert myself. So anyway.
Thank you.
All right, Amber, you have Candy Jim, and then Steve, you will have Gaia.
Am I up already?
No, it's
Amber just went.
Nina.
Yeah, Amber just went. So it's either
Yeah.
It's Nina. Didn't I
Is it
say
me?
Nina? Yeah.
no.
Yeah. Candy
You
Grant.
met Nina.
Nina. I said that many times. Okay.
Oh, and
Candy
by
Gem, I
the
have
way,
Candy Jim is her name.
for that trucker, by the way, spinal elasticity, anything that's going to give the guy spinal elasticity, that's very important to having youthful vigor, is a very elastic spinal cord that'll keep you younger longer.
Yep.
Yeah, and we have, by the
it.
way, folks, just to let y'all know, we have at least 44 people wanting readings, and we'll never get to them.
We're not going to get to them.
Go.
We're chatty Cathy's today.
Yeah, we'll
All
never
right.
get to them. So there's 40 on the list. So anyway.
All right. So what was her name again?
Candy Jim.
Candy. Okay. Candy. So you got Let Go. Some pretty fall colors there. Once you let go of the outcome, you'll be able to release all the emotional constraints that have held you back in the past. Trust in the higher good and guidance of spirit, as we have only your best intentions at heart, and will do everything in our power to protect you. Okay? So hopefully that resonates for you there, Candy.
Protection is always good.
Yeah, it's nice that they're on your side for sure.
It
Watch
is.
them out.
Thank you, Nina.
Mm-hmm.
Steve, long
right.
time no hear from you in many weeks, so you're up, my friend.
All right.
Good to have you back.
Right. So for Gaia, right? So start things off. In general, we have here, this will be, uniform, at least to my readings. Orange-bellied parrot is our animal spirit guide on this one. It's a fire elemental bird. Radiance, expression, communication, and acceleration. All right, so Gaia. For you, I have the Queen of Cups reversed. So you've been a little bit of an emotional mess lately. And Nalthige has popped up. So you need to be aware, have a conscious awareness that you're going through a process of emotional friction. And in this emotional friction, you are trying to clear creative space. And because that creative space is not there yet, you are you're dealing with a lot of struggle in just having all of your emotions in the right place.
Thank you, Steve.
You're welcome.
All right. So Amber, you have Sarah Horton. Jennifer, I have Chris Garcia for you. Nina, I have Bonnie. And Steve, I have Peter Meador.
Hey, Sarah.
Hey, Sarah.
We'll just pull from a couple different ones real quick. And yeah, Steve, that was the Queen of the Queen of Cups reversed. Yep, that was what was for Perry's too.
The synchronicities are off the sync.
So we have Two of Wands. So so there may be something. It's always funny when you know somebody and you know what I mean. Then you pull things. So the Two of Wands is you have options of creating something passionate. It can be with somebody else, or it can be just actual options. So it could be you and someone else can create something passionate, or you have options to create something within your life that maybe you should do with someone else. You know, start to release your fiery, passionate self so that you can create something that you want, you know, instead of being bored, you know. And then Today for Tomorrow is just knowing that sometimes things may feel a little bumpy and rocky, but tomorrow, sometimes that bumpiness and rockiness can lead to something beautiful. You know, it's like the water that brings the flour to dough, you know. So even it can be a beautiful thing too. So today something great happened, tomorrow something better is going to happen. So just, I guess what it's saying is to jump into a new project because it will be more fulfilling, and understand that, you know, there's always tomorrow. This too shall pass, like Wayne said earlier.
Today for Tomorrow. I like that.
Yeah.
Said, that's beautiful. You could write a song like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I could write it. Anyway. Jennifer, Chris Garcia is on for you.
Hey, Chris. So you're coming in hot and heavy with the fiery wand on your steady steed, jumping over hurdles wherever they might be with the Knight of Wands. You don't give to some things, however big the obstacle is, you're just going to go flying over it. You're coming in with that passion, with that fire, enthusiastically towards something that you're looking at, towards someone that you're looking at, towards something that you're looking at. Now go ahead and do it, yes, but be discerning too. Have a bit of grounding here too, just like the earth underneath the hooves here. There's not many hooves on the ground, if any, in this card. So make sure you're staying grounded in your decisions as to where you put your fiery wand. You know, you don't want to be putting that in a place that you might regret later. So just be balanced in that, you know, keep that fire, keep that one burning. There's nothing wrong with that. All good to you. You know, you're enjoying yourself and you should be enjoying yourself, but just balance that out. Have those scales, you know, in the balance. Have some hooves on the ground just to transmute some of the fiery energy, you know, just to chill that a bit and transmute that a bit and have it under your control rather than it burning you, if that makes sense.
It was delightful interpreting in certain perspectives. I
don't know where that came from, but I think it'll resonate with him.
Protection. That's all I got to say.
Yeah, it's very easy to do.
Nina, rescue us with Bonnie on this one.
All right, no fiery wand here.
Thank you, Jen.
All right, Bonnie. You got find your center. Your outside world is a reflection of the manifestation of what's going on inside at you at this time. When the outside world becomes so hectic and stressful that your anxiety starts to overwhelm you, then this is an ideal moment to stop and ask, when was the last time I checked in with myself? So this kind of goes with the other messages that I had there to find your center, yes, but only, find some joy, in every day, and all the little moments, and to sit back and really, take inventory, self-care. Yes.
A lot of that this week.
Yeah, I think it's a lot of stress this week for everyone.
Yeah. Mr. Steve.
Yeah. Yes.
You're up, my friend.
Alrighty. So this is for Chris, I think, is the name of
Peter.
Peter. All right, Peter. All right, so we got for you the moon reversed for you. So your mind is a bit off on the subject. Your rune is Gebo. So you've been handling matters on your mind in an imbalanced fashion, where you've thought about either giving too much or giving too little, and it's thrown your thoughts and emotions into a little bit of whack, and so work on correcting that.
Cool. I really like Peter. He's really he participates out in the chat.
Yeah.
Thank you, Steve. All right, so the next group coming up, Amber, is Deborah Truax for you, Jennifer Skyheart, I believe. Nina will be Angel Dreams, and then Steve Isby 3.
Isby 3.
Yeah, Isby 3.
All right.
Okay, Deborah. I hope you're doing well today. So we got a pretty good read here. We got the Hierophant and we got Queen of Pentacles. So looks like right now you're really basking in the knowledge and really enjoying your strength. So like you're really not falling for the fear, at least right now. And you're just learning. You're learning your power. You're enjoying your life. You're probably relaxing, and you're probably a joy to be around right now. And just learn as much as you can. Be involved in conversations. You can be the Hierophant as well. You can be the teacher. And yeah, just keep doing what you're doing. The Wise One, go within your current situation. So I think you're doing that right now. You have the owl on your shoulder, you have the crow, you have this force behind you that's guiding you to learn things that you are journeying to learn, and you're doing it. So bravo.
Way to go, Deborah.
Yeah.
And I think that's true. I mean, I read the chat and the comments, and spot on. Thank you, Amber. Jennifer, you have Skyheart, and then Nina, Angel Dreams, and then in Steve, and then the next one for you, Amber, is Lost in Space.
Hey, Skyheart. So we have the Chariot for you. So it's a major arcana, and this is where there's real movement in the physical world. There's something that you've been balancing out, you've been balancing out something within yourself, and it's created the bravery to move away from something emotional or someone that is connected to your emotions that hasn't been quite so nice, or that has it been a bit of a lower frequency, and there's been some kind of shift in you, in your spirit self, in your greater understanding of things, and a real balancing out of you don't need to be around this, you don't need to put up with this, and it's created a real bravery and shift and balancing out in your physical world in order to move forward and away fast. The Chariot is fast. There's no messing when you get into the Chariot card. The things have been done on the inner self, and so the physical world around you aligns with that, and almost paves the way for your fast. So where it might have felt like it was dragging for a while you were doing that inner work to get to this balanced state where you see this white animal and this black animal, the yin and the yang, you know, it was necessary, because if you go before you've got those balanced out, your chariot's going to rip in too, because they'll go in two different directions. But you're in a place of being where you can look back now and see that waiting, that inner struggle, that inner stand in that time that it took to get you here, it was all manifesting the physical reality around you to basically pave the way for the physical movement in the physical reality that you live in. So it's going on to better things for sure, going on to better things for your emotional self for sure. And you've learned and grown so much from this. So it's good for sure. Well done.
Thank you. Let us know. Give us the feedback, folks.
Yeah.
I know so far what I'm seeing is, again, as usual, spot on. Y'all are the best. All right, Nina, Angel Dreams, and then Steve, Isby 3, and then Amber, Lost in Space, and then Jennifer, Robin Ledford will be your next one.
All right, so Angel Dream, you got listen. You have to be willing to listen if you want to really understand someone. Now is not the time to be offering advice, but to be a compassionate listener. To listen fully and intently means to pay attention, not to just what's being said, but to what lies beneath the words. So I don't know if you've are in that situation or if the situation is about to come up, but might be something to keep in mind.
Isn't there a proverb that says, you know, even a person who would seem foolish is a few words, something like that. The wise are a few words anyway.
Yeah, something like that.
No, I screwed that up in translation. All right. Hey, Steve, you're up.
All right, for Isby, right? Isby 3.
That'd be it.
All right, so Isby, you have justice reversed. Justice reversed. So things right now, they don't seem quite fair. That you know, like something in your world is doing wrong. The energy that popped up is Theresa, which is our sense of boundaries and protection. So to kind of get your bearings straight on what is justice, on what is right, take a look at everything in relationship to each other and who is being overtly repellent or who is being too much you know, kind of like violating your personal space kind of situation, right? These kinds of things. I don't know if it involves any kind of physical threat, but you know, the thorn rune, as it were, is for protection for a reason. So yeah, that's the aspects going on here. Just a reminder, the orange belly parrot, of course, you know, so a lot of that radiance element of that is good with this thorn energy.
Protection. Thanks, Steve. Isby, let us know. Amber?
Just don't hold back.
You don't hold back. Lost in Space.
Hi, Lost in Space. I feel like I get to pull for you a lot. We must be connected. And
it's never planned.
Nope. Okay, so there's a few. So we've got anger and chains. And I would show you these, but oh, you can kind of see it. My ring light always reflects. Anger and chains. And then you've got 8 of Wands and 10 of Wands. So what I feel from this is that there's something that is forcing you to move in the direction that you have everything, because you already have everything you need to go into that direction. You may feel overburdened with a lot of different things in your life right now, which may be causing you to feel resentment, but that's going to force you to use what you have already to move forward. So sometimes anger is a good thing. It pushes us to do something different, you know? And you have, with the 8 of Wands, you have everything that you need. So go for it, whatever that is, and try not to feel so, I know it's hard when you're overwhelmed, but if you feel like you're always, you just have a lot of tasks, a lot of burdens on your shoulders and stuff, you know, just try and just not mentally grab onto the frustration so much. Just realize what you can do to get yourself out of it. I trust the change unfolding in my life. So there's definitely going to be a change that's coming up for you, but that's going to be out of your own volition. And it may be because you're frustrated or angry, but it's necessary, basically. And it's trust it. Don't feel afraid or, you know, stuck in that mind frame, because it's supposed to happen.
In the art of war, they teach that anger is the one thing that will also repel fear. Did you know that?
And I feel like anger and fear kind of stem from a similar type of base, you know, it's like,
Yeah.
it's
So the
just
opposite
like
of each other.
Right. But then it's also like anger can fear is like, it's interesting how I don't know how to explain it, but it's definitely a part of the same emotion, you know, even though it's opposite, it's all relates back to the main thing. So
I love this panel.
Eventually, maybe I'll do a video on it, but
I would.
I'm sorry,
I'd like
Steve.
to see that.
Yeah, like a thing that is, it's like, yeah, when you're afraid, you know, going into anger is kind of like it's your conditioned response, so that way you don't let the fear overwhelm you with inaction, right? You know, when I see things scare me, I go into that gaze, that, you know, I turn on the predator and I remind myself that I'm bigger than it, and that's part of the anger. And you have to be careful because you don't want to get that out of control. Like I said, I, like me as an Aries, the whole Mars retrograde thing going on, I had to go through a surrendering lesson to hold back on the actions that my anger over the things that scare me were trying to take from my good judgment.
Like a slip and slide.
Well said.
It is very well said. Thank you both. Lost in Space, let us know. Robin is Jennifer, then Nina, you have Lavera, and then Steve, you have Eva.
Who do I have next, Wayne?
You have Robert V.
Robert V. Okay, cool. Sorry if you keep hearing my texting.
No, I can't hear it all.
Good.
All right. Jennifer, you're up.
Hey. So the Hangman, but in reverse. But this is the Hangman it's upright and he's in reverse. So here there's right, okay. So this, don't take this personally, or take it personally if I am talking about you, because it's good if I trigger you, if it is you. Oh, but it might be somebody around you. So again, this is where maybe there's a certain aspect of your life that you've fallen into being too comfortable in the victim mode, where you've fallen into not being able to process things with full enlightenment, to be able to look at them honestly, to hang upside down and be still in the process for a little while, you know, to allow yourself to go through the process of releasing from your body and entering into that full enlightenment phase, where you can be honest with yourself as to what are you clinging on to that holds you down, that limits you, that gives you a box that you are well able to jump out of. You know, you're well able to be the jack in the box. You know, those things you used to wind up. I don't know if you had one when you were a kid, but you wind it up and then it pops out and gives you a shock. You know, my brother loved being the victim of that, because, you know, I would tease him with it. I would hide behind a door and pop it out at him. And he loved playing the victim with that. And so there's something here where either you're putting up with somebody who is stuck in this victim mode, where they're clinging on to something that in a way they feel that if they let go of it, they lose some kind of power, or they lose some kind of hold over you, or this might be you, where you're afraid that you lose some kind of power or hold over the situation or someone else. So hang upside down, be still in the moment. You're being honest with self, to self. There's nothing to prove. There's nothing to be judged by. Look at things with total honesty and see how you can let go of something that is holding you back, whether that's someone else not letting go of something and in turn it's holding you back, or whether it is maybe you. Just think about that and be still in it, and be brave enough to be enlightened by it.
Jennifer, I love that, be still in it.
Yeah, it's necessary.
There's a Hebrew word, I believe it's called Shiloh. You know,
I like
it
that.
means to experience the tranquility of God.
That's exactly what needs to happen here. That's the God within, that there's no judgment. You can love yourself through this process, that you can see yourself in all honesty through this process, and really let go of things that feel like are giving you power, but actually you gain a power that you never expected you had within.
Thank you, Jennifer. Folks, it gets emotional at times in here. All right, Miss Nina. Thanks, Jen. You're up, dear.
All right, so we got seek. The power of spirit exists in all things. Everything is made of energy, and every single thing is in your physical world contains a fragment of spirit, including you. We are all one with spirit and always will be connected to one another. So I don't know if that resonates for you there.
Let us know. It's the only way that we can know, right? Thanks, Nina. And then, Nina, you will have Shannon, Wise April Fool. That will be yours. And Steve, you have Eva. And then Amber, Robert V. And then Miss Jennifer, Blue Angel. Blue Angel.
Okay. So Robert, you got a pretty good reading here. You have the Wheel of Fortune. You have the Hierophant reversed. And you have Two of Swords. So I wanted to pick out of this deck because it's super bright and colorful and earthy and based on animals. And I know that you're all of those things. So I wanted to pick from this. The Wheel of Fortune, everything is really good for you right now. You are pretty busy though, because I know that you really like to, especially now, you're really liking to learn as much as you can and tap into that higher knowledge, but it looks like you may be a little busy for that right now. Or maybe you're starting to go within and you're actually starting to, what's the word I'm looking for? Integrate all of your knowledge that you've been learning. So that's awesome. And then Two of Swords is communication. So I think, I mean, it's kind of like nailing it. You do communicate, you do your shows and everything, and you're expressing your knowledge and you're integrating that knowledge, and your life is doing really well. You got the Wheel of Fortune. Everything is beautiful and bright for you, and I'm happy for you.
That's a far out
But I
card.
didn't need to tell you that. You already know.
Steve, we skipped over you. You have Eva.
Oh, sorry, Steve.
Oh no, it's all right. I'm too flow for me to.
But that's spot on with Robert, though.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
And I was letting you guys know because I didn't just in the type because I didn't want to interrupt. Just before Amber had started talking, my ear on the right had a pop, had a little ring in it for a second, and so sometimes that means something. So I'm just underscoring it as a thing that happened to me. Anyway, so for Ava, we have justice again. It's come up direct for you though. All right. So this is a matter of doing things right and putting things putting things in its correct place. Now the rune that's popped up is Awash. Awash. So this is the rune of the interpersonal connection. It's this rune is very much related to the empath. And so there's a disconnect. Hold on a second, please. There's a disconnect that is occurring between you and the other party involved, in which there's the matter of justice being sought out. So one of the best manners in which you can handle that is just to be more fun, right? To be more excited and passionate about what you're doing, because it'll make that sense of justice that you are expressing. It'll make it feel less strange, I guess would be the word.
Let us know. Thank you, Steve. Amber, let's see. Jennifer, you have Blue Angel, and then Nina, Shannon, Wise, April, and then we'll get back into sync. Steve, you'll have Barry, Chad, and then Amber coming up will be Kelly for you.
Barry, Chad. All right.
Barry, Chad, yes.
So is it me?
Let's see. No, it is Jennifer, Blue Angel.
Okay, Blue Angel, you have a Major Arcana, and it's the Judgment card. It's coming up so much.
What is this?
It's a call. It's everybody's being called. They're being they're remembering who they are. And Blue Angel, I feel like you've had a hard time either with an authority figure over you, which is sort of could have quite narcissistic traits. But then is fatherly in other ways. And so you have a little bit of a chiseling to do in your inner self with this Judgment card regarding what you feel you've got to do to feel accomplished in other people's eyes, what you feel you've got to you've been too afraid of it, and it's not that you outwardly anybody would guess this is deep within yourself, and it's connected to somebody in authority to you that you've respected, that you've got love for, that you've got a want and adoration to please, and so that needs to be let go of a bit, and you need to be just doing this drive for yourself, just doing this chiseling within yourself, and the remembrance of your thoughts, your words, and your deeds create your reality. So even if you're not speaking it out loud and you're thinking, this isn't going to please such and such, you put the name in, this isn't going to astound insert name, then you're speaking that out, and you're speaking it over yourself and already limiting what you can do in the physical reality here. I want to say to you, you're a very important person, and you are here for a reason, and the trumpet call is calling you and you alone, and that's because you have your unique take on what your experiences are in this realm, what you can bring to it, and how you can enlighten others around you just by being you. So I would say let that real you shine through. And ultimately, actually, I think that'll work out for you as far as the fear of judgment goes, because people are going to automatically respect the fact that you are taking authority over you in every aspect of self, even that inner child aspect.
Thank you, Jennifer.
Welcome.
Nina Shannon, Wise April Fool, and Steve Barry, and then Amber Kelly. And then Jennifer, for you will be Michelle Yak, I think is the last. Yep. Last name. All right, Nina, you're up.
All right, so wise April Fool. We got soul power. Always remember, you're a soul that comes with a body, not a body that comes with a soul. Your soul is your true essence, and you have an unlimited supply of soul power at your command whenever you need it.
I somehow can see that.
Resonates for you there?
Yeah, that's cool.
I'm sure you already know that, but maybe a reminder.
Thank you, Nina. Steve Barry Chad.
All right. So Barry Chad. So just let you know, when I was pulling the runes out, the Yonga has popped up, and so that's always an underscore. The couple of times that pops up during these kinds of readings, Yonga's it's not a rune, but it's kind of like the bonus. It's kind of like the bonus card. It's my symbol. It's just kind of goes as an unspoken kind of demarcation. It works kind of like a healing glyph, and it's like my personal symbol. So that's Yonga. And this and that symbol's nowhere else. Like that came from me. That was an intuitive symbol that I created. You got the Archer. So this is like the Chariot card, okay? So you're on the mark. And like you're like the head, like you're the head guy because you're really good at what you do. And people like that because you're fair. The people like it because you're fair. You've got Gebo as your rune here. So you're always taking lead, you're always on point, you're very well liked for it. And part of that is because you're very good at taking a look at the situation and knowing exactly how much everyone needs to get the job done.
Let us know. That was good. Miss Amber, you have Kelly.
Hi, Kelly. Okay, so we have 5 of Swords reversed. Let me change this real quick. Okay, we've got 5 of Swords reversed, and then we've got King of Cups. So there may be some kind of guilt that you're holding on to that may involve a man. It may be a past experience that you had that you regret with a man. Because this is like something that involves your heart. So, it may, I don't know what what it is. So I'm not going to try and dabble within my, guesses here. Hiding your true self. So you may have had to learn things in your life that made you feel like you have to hide your true self to protect yourself. Try to make amends with that part of yourself, so that you can express who you truly are, because I feel like you've closed yourself off because of something, and you're being a little unforgiving to yourself. My instincts keep me adaptable in the face of obstacles. So, you probably do have that, that habit of really following your instincts, almost to the point maybe you're a little bit paranoid, and so you close yourself off quickly. There's something in your past or even your present that you just need to forgive yourself for. And I shed habits that hinder my truth, and I release and renew. So yeah, so it's okay to open yourself up a little bit more, shed that skin, which to me means the walls, the barriers that you've created, and yeah, express yourself so that you can like actually show who you truly are, and that the potential in you is magical, and people need to see that. But yeah, and also, you know, with this man, I just feel kind of like heartache, and I don't know why, but you know what I'm saying. Maybe you don't, but
Well, write us and let us know.
yeah.
Thank you, Amber. Jennifer, you have Michelle. Nina, you have Spirit Woman Colorado, and then Steve, Jargo.
Hey, Michelle. So I'm smiling because the energy for you is awesome. It's so beautiful. I don't know what went on this week, but you filled up your cup. You gained clarity. You just found bliss in something, in an understanding. You found some kind of alignment, you know, where you have just a really good yoga session or a really great meditation session, and you can feel every vertebrae aligned perfectly, and how it aligns right up through all the different levels, and then below from the tailbone to all the it's just, I can feel this like sort of energy field of something clicked, something around you just infused your energy field with just everything that you need. And it's so exciting, it's so beautiful, and it's so inspiring to feel and see. So I'm sort of by proxy feeling that and riding that wave for all it's worth, because it's cool, it's great. And if you can do this in these energies, I mean, my goodness, you know, good on you. You're a powerful, beautiful being with everything that you need. I can't say anything else, because you know what clicked. You know that moment and that euphoria that you felt at some point this week, where you just turned some keys and just, it's nice. So, you know, I'll cling on to that energy for the rest of the night. So thank you, and good on you.
Far out, Michelle.
Far out.
Oh, deal.
One of those leaving the body movements.
Yeah, man. I mean, woo.
Woo-wee.
Thanks, Jen. Nina, Spirit Woman, Colorado, and then Steve, Jargo, and I think I'm saying that correctly.
All right, so I'm up here. So Spirit Woman, Colorado, you got just ask. There are many here in the spirit world that can assist you at this time. We are made up of the divine source, your loved ones, friends, guides, angels, and spirit helpers who are waiting to assist you. We are your spiritual team, and all you have to do is ask for our help and guidance. So there you go.
May speak to her. That's interesting.
Just ask. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ask and you shall receive.
All right, folks, and we're going to do one more set, and that's again, we usually go about an hour and a half now, and it's I think we could do 2-3 hours, but anyway, we won't do any.
Some of us need to sleep, but you know.
Yeah, telethon, exactly. Thank you, Nina. So Steve, you will have Jargo, and then Amber, the last group will be Cisco Skywatcher. Jennifer, you'll have Kat. Nina, you have David Castle, and then lastly, Steve, you will have Jerry.
Okay. All right, so now I'm going with Jargo, right?
Yep. You have the J and J's.
Jargo, so we have for you 10 of arrows, or injustice. So you've gone through a whole cognitive process, and you're now finally have the problem has been revealed to you, and you can judge it clearly and expunge the injustice. And the rune that has popped up is Degage, which that's the rune. It's a rune of radiance and power, fun and excitement and things like that. So you're going to go about handling this injustice in a very, very positive way. You're gonna have really good energy about it, which is going to help people accept what you're doing. It's very similar to the last read, and justice has been a theme with every, with most of the cards that I've pulled.
It seems to be the theme of the day: protection and judgment. Thank you, Steve. Amber, and I finally got this one down. Cisco Skywatcher. What a great name.
Yeah,
I only got that because of you last week.
I know. His name's Psycho
Is it
Skywatcher.
Psycho? Okay.
Yeah. Okay. We all get it. I know. I got it wrong too. He corrected me. So
it's Psycho.
Psycho Skywatcher. Yeah.
Okay.
He likes to make videos of the sky sometimes, or he does other type of videos too.
That's cool. Psycho with an S instead of a P.
Yeah.
He catches anomalies in the sky.
Yeah, actually, he's caught a lot of cool videos. I'm going to see if he'll let me share one. He caught, he was in Sedona, and he sent it to me because we're Facebook friends. And this lady was walking. He was recording a beautiful fountain, but in the background, a lady was walking, and I think she had her purse in her hand or something. And she freaking disappeared into thin air.
Ooh, interesting.
It was a trip. Yeah, so he catches some cool stuff. Like, not only that, he catches,
Write me. We'll get you on. That's kind of cool stuff. I mean,
yeah,
a lot of that happening now. I'm convinced that the veil has been rent from the top to the bottom.
Yeah, and he has like, he's like, I don't know, sometimes I just pick up the camera and I shoot, and I'm like, something's telling you to at that moment, because you catch some cool stuff. Okay, so we've got Queen of Wands reversed, we got Seven of Pentacles, and then we've got Gilded Regret. So something's telling me from this read that you may have been in a relationship in the past that you may have you may not have been expressing the best part of yourself, and it may have caused, the relationship to end. It may have just been a bumpy relationship, and you may now realize that was like a good person in your life, and so you may regret, some of the ways things happened back then. I just suggest that you leave that in the past, and enjoy your life the way it is now. I think that also with the Seven of Pentacles, you can feel like certain things are at reach, but you're just unable to get to that. I don't know if it has to do with passion, if it has to do with finances or any of that, but I feel like you're just missing the mark a little bit, and it may have to do with the what you're holding on to from the past, and whatever, and it may not have been a relationship, but some type of regret from the past. Maybe you feel like you missed out on something, and now you kind of are like kind of falling short. Not really, but you feel like you're falling short with what your goals are, and you're not, you're on the right path. You're doing your thing. I kind of know you because we talk on Facebook and stuff, and, just stay focused and try to let go of the past, because you can't change it.
Amen, sister.
Yeah.
It's true. Jen, I have Kat and Nina. I'm putting Regina in there because I don't remember David actually putting himself on the list, but if not, we're still going to get to what we can. So there we go.
Hey,
Did you hear?
Kat.
So Regina will be for you, Nina. And then, sorry, Jen,
It's
Kat
okay.
for you. Yep.
Okay, Kat, the Two of Cups for you. But along with that, it feels like you're sad, whereas this would be a happy card. You know, the union of self, the divine feminine, divine masculine within, but also the union between you and somebody else. It feels like there's a sadness here. Involving that you're having to go through the process of a little bit of grief in order to be able to go forward. And just like Amber's just mentioned again, I've been bouncing off Amber's readings tonight in the letting go process of the necessary let go. In order for you to be able to go forward, and what's been done in the past has been done in the past. You know, it's for you to transmute those feelings and have that union in yourself again with this Two of Cups, rather than clinging on to those past events, more recent past events. I feel for you too. I don't know if it involves children or if this has just affected a part of your inner child, that the experience of this is hooked into a part of your inner child that has felt this kind of feeling before, maybe this feeling of abandonment. I just want you to know that you've got everything that you need here with this Two of Cups to go forward and be so happy and have such a cool life, you know, have such a balance and more grit because of this. So it's going to be good. It's going to be good, but don't stay in that mourning period for too long.
Let go so you can go.
Let go.
Yes. Nina, Regina, and then Steve will wrap up with Jerry. Sorry if we didn't get to you folks, but we just go with the flow. That's all we can say.
All right, Regina, this kind of actually piggybacks from what just Jennifer and I guess the other cards said as well. It says, you're not alone. We are here for you. We never left. Through all the sadness and loneliness, however, you cannot sense us near you or feel how much love we are sending you. We are your family, friends, and guides. You never walk alone. We walk right beside you. And just as I said that, the spirit nudged me. So yeah, they're around us all the time, okay? Even though we can't hear them or see them or whatever. Some of us can feel them, but most of you probably can't. But know that they are there and they are listening. So like the other card for the other person said, to just ask. If you need help with whatever that might be, just ask, because they are there, they are listening, okay? So yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Thank you, Nina. All right, Mr. Steve, you will take us out.
Oh, not literally.
No. Figuratively.
Oh, I mean, like, I know a nice place, but I don't think I can afford to buy all of it. Not in one sitting, anyway.
We're cheap drunks.
I'll order.
Well, I don't know about that.
I'll order a case of PB. Anyway, High Priestess reversed. High Priestess reversed. So, you are having problems. What was his Corey?
This is Jerry.
Jerry.
Yep.
Jerry. Yeah. So you are having you're having a little bit of trouble seeing into into kind of like the deeper understanding of what's going on in front of you. You haven't quite gotten through that access point yet. The Awaj rune has popped up again, and it's upright this time, right? So you've got a strong relationship with something that is a key to that access point. It may very much, like the High Priestess, be quite literally a person that you care about in your life, that perhaps they have answers that you didn't want to hear before, or something to that nature. And so the point is that this thing that you've got a good interpersonal relationship with, the rune is giving you the hint that, you can pass through and get the secrets on the other side of the veil, if you merely ask.
Thank you, Steve. This has been interesting. I take my notes, and so my notes showed letting go, healing, judgment, and protection. So thank you, everyone. Folks, the links are in the description. Go and subscribe to these fabulous individuals. They give of their time. They are indeed blessed with well, all I can say is the six senses, and you can see in the accuracy is off the scale. Miss Amber, intuitive empath, thank you, my dear. We'll see you on Saturday, right?
I'll be there.
And then there's the Andromeda 7 group, which is on tonight. Jennifer, we see you daily. You do a daily reading over on your channel, right?
I do. I rock them out every day.
Yes, she does. Y'all should check them out. And it's a time when you can see these individuals really expand upon their gifting. I love watching y'all all. I don't comment a lot, but I do watch. Is that voyeuristic? I don't know. I'm
no,
just
that's
listening to that going,
appreciated.
yeah,
No,
I don't participate, but I really like being a voyeur. Yeah, anyway.
Yeah, and Steve does a lot of shows too, and he's pretty
Steve
interesting
does.
to listen to too. So
Steve, you teach a lot too, as well, and I like how you help expand on a lot of the subject matter.
And by the way, thank you so much for what you've been doing, like with some of the new stuff. Like, I love it when you find these scripts that pop up, and it's filling in all these blanks of the pre-flood age, all this Adam and Eve stuff, and turning Gnosticism on its head, which I think is fun because a lot of those Gnostics are half right, and I like them for that reason.
Yeah, they're a partying bunch. I kid. And of course, Nina, you have your Facebook program, and then the Hump Day on Wednesdays, 8 p.m. Is that right?
Yeah, so I go live on Facebook in the morning, and then I'll upload it to YouTube for 7 p.m. Pacific. So that will be 10 o'clock Eastern, and then wherever in the middle that you may fit in there. So
Rocky Mountain High.
I'm cultivating my D-Live channel, just because I'm on the riskier side. I have plenty of political opinions and things like that. So I'm also on D-Live, and I had a pretty successful tarot rune run over there, and they've got a built-in currency system, which I think is a lot of fun. So people can tip me over there, whereas PayPal has screwed me over everywhere else.
Yeah, it's nuts. Yeah, I agree.
May have to check that out.
Okay. Well, y'all are just beautiful people. Thank you all. We're still live. And so have a great, strong end of the week. It's your Saturday and your Sunday. Party like it's 1999.
Thank you, everybody.
And we'll see all of us in this. There's the Soul Tribe is active and growing. So participate. So thank you.